Ma'am and Simi ma'am, thank you, and all my respected teacher. It's a privilege to be here. Okay, so without any further explanation, I will start with our today's topic, and I would first like to thank the management and the dignitaries to conducting this topic, which is a very crucial topic, like enhancing your mental health in today's era. If you say mental health is one of the important topic dealt not only in few countries all over the world. Okay, so as I start with the topic, I'll start with small activity, which in our counseling setting we say it's a type of therapy. Hope you all will give maybe 20 to 25 minutes. I want you all to keep aside all your worries, all your thoughts which is really bothering you, or maybe something which is happening around your home or the place where you are. Okay, I want you all to just give 20 minutes, 100%, and I'm sure after 20 minutes you'll come out renewed and refreshed. I'm 100% sure about it. Okay, so before starting, I'll show you one slide. I'll just share the screen. Okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Good. Thank you for the response. Yeah. So, can everyone see this flower?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. So, uh, just I will start with small therapy, and I'll let you know what this therapy is meant. Okay. Everybody, just for maybe 10 seconds, look at this flower. Just look, its color, its beauty, and maybe whatever comes in your mind, just look at this flower for 10 seconds. Okay, so now we move on to the second step. Okay, second step is everyone just close your eyes. All respected madams, close your eyes and just follow my instructions. What I'm giving you through, like, only keep your hearing aids, like, hearing sensory organ open. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much for the response. Yes. Just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Take one more time a deep breath. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just recall this flower in your mind, what you saw just a seconds ago. Allow your mind to follow the commands. That is, imagine the flower which you saw just a few seconds ago. As you are all are imagining that flower in your brain, imagine that you are really standing there and looking at that flower and thinking about its beauty, thinking about the pleasant and a very good aroma which is flowing through the flower. Just giving your 100% by looking at that flower. You are admiring the flower's beauty, that is the color which is bright white in color, and you are admiring the freshness of that flower, that is, it's a newly blossomed flower. As you're looking at this flower, all of you are just feeling that, the feel that smell, or feel that, imagine ki you're holding the flower at your hand. As you hold the flower, and you're not supposed to pluck, you're just touching it, and that too a gentle touch to feel that presence. As you all are there in the garden watching the flowers, I allow everybody to come back now. Come back, turn yourself. It's all imaginary thinking, okay? Come back, turn yourself. You're walking. Take a deep breath once again. Everyone, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now slowly, everybody open your eyes. Okay, hmm? Hope everybody's eyes are open.
Yes.
Yes, very good, very good. Okay, so let's start with the topic. Okay, I'll explain you what I did was in the later stage. Okay, so let's come to the first slide. First is what is mental health? Okay, okay. When most of the people they ask me, "Okay, ma'am, what is mental health?" Many a times in our life, as we all are situated in a different corner of the country, and many a times we feel external health, external thing is more important in our lives, but when it comes to mental health it is not visible. So many a people are like less concerned, but today we will see why mental health, which is inner, in spite of being inner, how it will be reflecting our outer surface. That I'll explain you step by step. But today's our seminar, I will more focus on the implementation. This is, I will just give you a superficial knowledge, what it is, what are the benefits. I'll go a little faster in this area because I'm sure you all may be having this knowledge, but mainly I will focus on today's implementation. What is mental health? First is what you feel, your thinkings. Emotionals is something what you are exactly feeling. For example, whether you're angry, whether you are, really frustrated, or you're happy, or that is how emotional works. Okay. Second is psychological. Can you see my slide? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Second is, yes,
Yes,
thank
yes,
you.
ma'am.
Second is
Yes.
psychological. What is psychological? Psychological means something which is there in our mind. Okay, in our mind, what is there in the mind, the way we behave. For example, I'll give you some practical example. If we are angry, in our heart or in our mind, maybe we are angry with someone, then we will behave in that manner. I will explain you in all three way how it goes. First is emotion. Like when it comes to emotional, social well-being, why I say it is important, because if you're emotionally strong, if you're emotionally stable, and if your psychological is, like, your behavior is fine, automatically your social well-being will be fine. Okay, you understood, ma'am? Like emotional, psychological are attached to the social well-being. For example, if you're emotionally stable, the way you behave will automatically make your surrounding, that is your social well-being, will be 100% good. Social well-being means it's something which you relate with the society. For example, it can be family members, it can be as you all work in school, it can be your school atmosphere, it can be your relations with your parents, with your siblings, with your children. That is what social well-being is. So when it comes to mental health, it is emotional, psychological, and social well-being. All threes are mixed together and come into one component that is known as mental health. So as I move on to the second slide, why mental health is important? Why? Because mental health impacts our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Because as I said, the way we have in our heart emotions, angry, when we are happy, we behave very joyfully and we are adjustable in all the atmosphere. I'll give you one small example that maybe in the later stage I will give you one example. Now just keep these few things in your mind. Like it really impacts our thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Thought means what you feel, what you are thinking. Emotions means what you are feeling. Many are people in emotions. When they are happy, they laugh, they sing, and when they are sad, they cry. Some even throw things out of. And behavior is something which is outcome, which is evident. For example, if you're crying, people can see it. You're crying. If you're laughing, if you're laughing out of joy, people can. That is what our behavior, what we behave. That because why mental health is important, because it impacts our thoughts, emotion, and behavior. Second slide, it is what are the benefits. When I come to benefits, first benefits is building resilience, effectiveness, stability, and productivity. See, I'll go in this area little quicker because this I am sure that you all are aware of all these things. Builds resilience means something which like coping up with our problems. Okay, coping up with our problems. For example, crisis. See, we are staying in the world where there will be problems. We can't say that we live a life without a problem. So we live in the, for example, now the very good example is COVID situation. COVID situation has come and it's brought a sudden, like, change in our lifestyle, in our study pattern, in our work pattern, even in our counseling stage. Earlier, I never used to do counseling through phones or through onlines. It was always face to face, but now the time has come. From past 7 months we are doing counselings also through online, through, like, digital devices. So a lot of changes, not only us, even children's, even you as a teachers going on with online classes. But building resilience is something like, problems are there, the way you come out of the problem. That is what, when you're mentally stable, when you have a good enhanced mental status, definitely problems when comes, you will come out of it. That is for 100% sure. Many a times when people say that I am mentally stable, but actually when the problem comes, that is the time it is evident whether you are a person who will cope up, who will fall. See, failure will come in our life. It's not like we will always have a, if you draw in a paper hills, we are climbing the hill in the top. There will be certain time when we have to come down. Okay, so when you are in top, everything will look beautiful, everything you will look. Imagine a hill in front of you, you're going for a trekking, or you're going for going, you're walking climbing the hills. You go in the top of the mountain, you can see the whole world. You will be happy, you'll be okay. The moment when you, for why I'm giving you example, in our daily life many a times when everything is okay, everything is fine, the moment things get changes, sudden crisis, there is sudden loss. For example, now in India, I'll say there is a sudden loss of jobs. There are sudden crisis, economic rate, sudden people are like not able to cope up. Slowly everybody is coming into stable position. So but coping up, the person who has a good resilience, why we as a counselor, as a psychological impact, and we enforce and resilience in people is because to, so that even when we fall we can get up. And that is what, when we are mentally stable, when we are mentally, productive and keeping our mind process renewed. That is what this first is like very important. We'll cope up with every situation which will come in our life. Second is effectiveness. Effectiveness is automatically when you are healthy in brain wise, you'll be fine. Stability is something like, when you're doing your work, you're stable, you're not unstable. Maybe you are come across the people who are like, who sometimes says yes, sometimes says no. But when mentally health people, when you meet, they will always, their yes will be yes, their no will be no. They will never say yes and no, both. They will always say yes, their yes will mean yes, their no will mean no. So by talking itself, you will come to know whether patient person is stable or not. Productivity. Fourth one is productivity. Productivity is something like, as a teachers, you must be also seeing people coming across in the world is like, when you meet people, the way they present their work, the way they, for example, when it comes to student, when they give your assignments or anything in a good manner. For example, when I counsel children's or adults, I give them homework. Okay, when they come back with their homework, first we see is what the way they have presented, how their productivity, whether their mind is stable, whether they are able to think. So when you're mentally stable, you're automatically, everything whatever you do will be productive. Always remember, whatever you do will be productive. Okay, so now we will move on to 1 minute. One minute. My slide is just showing. Can you see my slide now? Is it clear? Is it
Yes,
clear?
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Thank
it
you.
is clear.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
thank you so much. Because in between it's showing some. Yeah, now it's okay. So now, when you're mentally stable, okay, when you're mentally stable, it will show. Okay, it will show in your home. That is, if you're a mother, if you are a like father, if you are like a sibling, or like anyone, you're a sister, it will show. When you're mentally stable, you can manage things. Results are evident. Always remember, the results are evident. In your workplace, you'll be stable, you'll be productive. In school, basically, when it comes to children's, they will be more effective. They'll play their proper assignments, they'll be attentive. And for this, roles may we say, normally it is the roles which we play. We, as being a human being, we play a different roles in different. For example, when we are at home, we are mother, we are wife. When we are outside, we may be friend, we may be daughter, we may be like every relationships. There are different roles we play. For example, if it is a male, it may be father, it may be like son. So these are the roles when we play in our life when we are mentally stable. For example, actually everybody is stable. Nobody can say like I have an error, until unless there are extreme 10% of people really they go emotional challenge. That is a different case. Okay, now when we talk about you, we talk about us, me, when we talk about the people around, everybody is stable. But one thing important is like enhancing means something you're improving your mental health. Why you're improving your mental is to be productive, so that you'll be productive in your days. So this, I hope you all understood what exactly mental health is. Am I audible? Can I receive the response? I
Yes.
hope everyone
Yes,
understood
ma'am.
what is mental
Yes,
health,
ma'am.
what is
Yes,
its
yes.
importance, how it is benefiting. See, this was just a superficial knowledge which I wanted to give you, but priority is implementation. Okay, I will teach you all, like as you all are teachers, you play different roles in your society, in communities. I will today teach you how you can be effective, how you can help others. You know, many a times we think like even only when we have psychological problem, we should run to the people who are experienced, or we should run to the people who are professional, like counselors, psychologists. But as a human being, as we are in this community, we can contribute. We can contribute to our society. We can contribute to our, before taking help of a counselor, taking help of a psychologist. As I say, this whole month is we celebrate as a mental health, emotional month. We celebrate, but as an individual, we contribute a lot to us community. For example, as you may be playing different roles, but I will teach you, like, when any person comes to you, like for you, if you feel there is some problem in that, talk to them. Your compassion, your effectiveness will really bring, mold them, that people to come up in their life. And second is, then you see for the help. First will be you who will ministering to the people, maybe your family, your community, your school. So today when I focus on few points, I want you all to listen carefully without any disturbance, so that when tomorrow, when you are in your back to your work, you will really apply in your daily life. First is focusing on one thing at a time, that is present. Okay, focus on one thing at a time. Many people ask me, ma'am, how should we focus? How should we focus on present when we have problem at house, when we have problem in our workplace, when we have problem with our children's, when we have problem with our family? So very good example for this is, like, when you get up in the morning. When you get up in
Hello.
the morning. Yes, yes, uh, yes. Is somebody speaking?
Hello. Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me please. Hello, someone is speaking?
Yes, my name is Pavitra, ma'am. Art
Yeah,
teacher.
ma'am. Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
Okay, Pavitra ma'am,
I
you've joined.
yes, Jan now I join, ma'am.
Okay, no problem, ma'am. Sorry, I did not add you.
Okay.
Miss Nargis, you can continue.
Okay, do they want to ask any doubt or something, like,
No, ma'am,
Una?
not. No, no,
Okay,
not.
okay, no problem, no problem. Shall I continue then? Huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, ma'am.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you. So focus on one thing at a time. So basically, when you get up in the morning, this is a simple step which you all have to do. Is like, when you get up in the morning, just keep your leg down to the food. Okay, when you keep your legs down, when you get up from your bed, keep your leg. Just look at the ground. Just look at the ground. Close your eyes and just feel the ground. This is a simple technique. Maybe whenever I share this with people, first they will laugh. First they will laugh. Ma'am, what are you telling? What are you telling? Getting up and getting, what is this new? So I say to them, just practice. Just do it. Just do it. If I'm saying something, I myself have practiced and then I'm telling you. Okay, so when you get up in the morning, first thing is, like, when you get up, keep your legs in the ground, that is in the floor, whichever place it is. Just look at the ground for 1 minute and tell yourself, okay, today I'll start my day, everything will be fine. Or anything which you feel is like, which will give you something positivity, tell to yourself and start the day. Start the day. For example, if you are getting up in the morning and you have some responsibility to be fulfilled, so see to it that you concentrate on that. For example, if you are cooking, cook. Many a times it happens when we are cooking or when we are doing some work, when we are walking. For example, whenever some clients come to me, before that I see to it, I make my mind free, because I am also a mother. Okay, so when we are mother, when we are a father, so there are a lot of things goes in my mind, in my thoughts, in my behavior. So when we are ministering, for example, if you all are in school, so school, when you enter in the school, just take a deep breath. Look at your feet. Look at your feet, and you see that where you are present right now. Okay, where I could find some disturbance. Is it some voice I could hear? Yeah, now it is calm. Everybody can hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much for the response. Yeah, this response will make me feel that you all are not asleep, you all are awake. Hope. Chalo. So then focus at when you're in the school, just think, ki, yeah, now, right now I'm in the school, I am in the present. Let me focus on this. For example, how I practice, I will tell you when I have to counsel someone, like I just take a deep breath. Yeah, now I have to give 100% to this present person. I have to be at the present. For example, I'm not dwelling in the past or not dwelling in the future. For example, is past means I'm thinking what happened yesterday. Future means what will happen tomorrow. I'm not dwelling on that. I'm dwelling right now where I'm sitting. For example, I'm counseling this person. I'm focusing one thing at a time. Why focusing one thing at a time? Ma'ams, it will really give you a good productivity and stability in your life. Second is practicing gratitude. When I tell the children to practice gratitude, first thing they ask me, Ki, whom to say thank you? So I always say, not only to the children, to everyone present here also, whenever you get up, say thank you for this great morning. Thank you for this, for giving me strength to do things on my own. Thank you that we stay right now in this pandemic also, where there are full stress. When you open your newspaper, everywhere you will see problems. Especially now I am in India, when I go through newspaper, because I have to be updated when I minister to people. So when I go through a lot of this is happening, this is happening. So where the gratitude goes? When we look at the problems outside, we forget gratitude. So how should you practice? So teachers, madam, I will just say, get up wherever you say thank you for that, you're fine. Thank you, you're getting food at your table. Thank you, you got a good water. Thank you, you're staying in a secular country. Thank you that you all are safe even if the problem is happening. As a human being, as an individual person, practice gratitude. Many a people say to me that it doesn't help, and when they come after 1 month and talk to me, they say it really helped. Gratitude is not only to thank people. Especially when children are there, we say to children, thank your parents. Now we all are already parents. Thank our people who are working out. Thank, for example, when we are going in the taxi or cab or rickshaw or anywhere, thank the people. Many a time we feel we are paying them. No, not that is not a gratitude. Gratitude is thanking them, thanking society, thanking our nature, thanking our place where we are walking. We have got good roads. So that is how we will practice gratitude. Believe me, teachers, practicing gratitude really helps to have a stable, and when you say thank you, your face reflects it. Okay, there is a joy in your face. As a teachers, when you meet each other, maybe you can always thank each other. No matter, sometimes many people say me, when elderly clients, when I counsel, especially when they are 70 above, they say me, there is nothing left to thank, Nargis. They say me like that. There is nothing left, thank. So I say, out of respect, I say them, auntie, just try it. Just try it. Just try. And you will not believe, when the next setting they come, they say it was impossible to thank one person. But I remembered the past things what he or she has done, and I thanked. And that brought joy to my face, and that brought joy to my spirit, and that brought joy to my attitude. So that's what practicing gratitude is. Third one is renewing your mind. See, here I will give little more time on renewing your mind, is because it is an important topic. Okay, renewing your mind takes minimum 1 to 2 hours to explain, but now in 5 minutes I will tell you at least few things which you have to practice. First is renewing your mind. Means what it is? Renewing your mind, renewing means something which is old you are making new. Okay, if you're for example, if you have a pot, you are polishing it and making it new. For example, if you have a gold, you are polishing it and you are making it new. So same way, our mind also need polishing. Okay, Don't think that our mind, maybe we are 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, or maybe n numbers, whatever age we are right now. Renewing our mind is a daily process. Is a daily process. For example, many a times when I counsel clients, I say them when their counseling settings are over, they are renewed. Okay, but that is not an end. Okay, end is not there. Every day we have to practice. As a teachers, I will tell you all also how to practice renew your mind, not only on yourself, but the people you whom you are teaching, people whom you are ministering to. First, renewing your mind is like, first meaning, hope you all understood, it is like renewing, making your mind new, and that is a daily process. First is like, do not wait for the miracles. Now here you have to concentrate on my words. Don't wait for the miracle. Renewing your minds, there are certain criterias which you have to follow. First is, don't wait for miracle. Many a times we say ki we will do this, this will happen. We like many a people do prediction, or many a people say ki ha, if I do 100% result, 100% result, miracle will happen. Don't believe in miracles. See, there are chances, 50% sometimes it happens, 50% it won't happen. You know, if it happens, it's good. What if it don't happen? What if it don't happen? So even if you believe, you have in your mind that there is only 50-50%. First is, don't wait for the miracle to happen. Many a times we wait. Ki maybe tomorrow it will happen, maybe third day it will happen, maybe fourth day it will happen. So don't wait. Don't wait for that. Second is, stop believing that you can't control your thoughts. I repeat my sentence. Stop believing that you can't control your thoughts. Teachers, I'll just say, like, you know, many people struggle with their thoughts, and emotionally they think that they cannot control their thoughts. But I, out of experience, out of my studies, I say we can control our thoughts. So do first of all take out that lie from your mind that I cannot control my thoughts. I'll explain you how you should do. Third is, what you feed in your mind will become your mindset. I repeat, what you feed in your mind will become your mindset. For example, I'll give you one example here. Birds will fly in the sky, but don't allow them to build nest on your head. This is a very beautiful saying. Some I don't remember exactly who has said this, but there are many illustration on this. If you see the video, birds will fly in the sky, but don't allow them to build nest in your head. For example, things will happen around you. For example, problems will come. Try to overcome it. Thoughts will ponder around. People will fill with negative thoughts in your mind. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't achieve this. You are not a good person, or you are not a good person who can explain things. These are the thoughts which people will put around in your mind. But if you take it in the mind, then it will become your mindset. Once you think that you can't do, 100% you will show in your behavior that you can't do. So always remember, you can't control your mind, but you can control your mindset. Why you can't control your mind? For example, I'll say thoughts. For example, you're at home. People will say, yeah, people will say with some few things which you might like, you might not like. You're going to the place where you have an incident, for example, problems, crisis. Certain things are not there in your hand. Okay, there things will happen, but what you take from that things will become your mindset. So keep this in your mind. What you put in your mind, that will become your mindset. Okay, so third thing is like, resist negative thoughts and replace it with your positive thought. How you should do it, I will tell you. For example, if someone is already told you that, maybe many a people they say you are not good in these things, please don't do it, and we carry it. Here I will share one beautiful true illustration which happened with me few years back. I'll share with you so that it will help you all to cope up in life. For example, when I was sitting in the place, one senior person who is very senior to me, okay, he's below director level, he was talking to me, okay. When he was talking to me, he was telling me that, Nargis, I went for my MD test. I wanted to apply for my MD post, and I gave the test. I was rejected. I failed, and I got my result. This is what my aptitude test is, and they have mentioned in that ki I am not a good leader. I don't have a good leadership quality. He's a very senior person talking to me. Okay, it was not a counseling setting. It was not for a counseling. It was just a general talking. He was just sharing with me something. In that 5 minutes, he told me, I can never be a MD now. What he said, I can never be an MD. I think this is 2 years back ka thing. I can never be a MD. So I didn't say anything. Then second sentence, what he told me is like, what is about you, Nargis? You as a counselor, as a psychologist, what you all do? What just wanted to know, what is your working style? Basically, people thinks counseling is like just listening or just talking, going there and talking, or many people have that misconception. He didn't have misconception. He just wanted to ask me how you all go about. So I just smiled at him and I told him, I asked him 3 questions. First is, you believe that you will never be MD, right? He told yes. You thought the result, aptitude test ka result, that you are not a good leader, you believed it. He said yes. I said third thing is like, now you will never apply for you will never give application for that for that post, am I right? He told yes. So then I told 2 things to him. When I first asked him, when is your retest will happen normally in your institute? He told after 6 months. So I told 2 things I will tell you. Will you do that? So he told, he is very senior person. When you talk to senior people, especially who are elder to you more than 20-25 years, and then really you have to take permission to tell something. I told, will you listen to, because I'm much younger, they will think, what will she tell to me? So then I told, I will tell 2 things to you. Will you follow it? So he told, yes, Nargis, why can't you say? I will definitely see to it whether I can. So I told, now you know that you are failed in leadership quality. You believe that. We work on your belief system. You have to work on your belief system. That is, now you know that what all leadership quality, nobody is born with a leadership quality. You have to work on it. You have to work on your command. You have to work on this. So start working on it. And after 6 months, you re-give your exams and then come and tell me what your process are, what are the thoughts. We as a counselor will work in the belief system of people. What they believe, eventually they will do that. For example, this man believed that he will never be MD, so he will never give the exam henceforth. But we renew their mind in that way. So this can be done ourselves also. You don't need to take anybody's help to renew your mind. Just ask yourself, all madams and dignitaries, respected people who are sitting and listening to my message, I'll just ask yourself in your heart, what do I believe? Do I believe I am a failure? Do I believe that I can't achieve something? Do I believe that I won't be able to do things? Do I believe? If it is like that, right now, today in this session, break that belief and give your thought a second thought, renew your mind, work on your belief. That is, if you believe if you are a failure, start doing it. Start doing it. Start working on it. Give yourself 3 months time. Give yourself. If you, many people, when they think of studying higher studies or when they want to, do something new, always their system, especially working on their belief system, that you need to make some changes there. If you have a good belief system, yes, I can do it. Yes, I will achieve this. Even if people say negative speech, or even if people say wrong things about it, but I will focus, I will replace that things with a good positive thoughts, and I will work on it. So that is what renewing your mind is. Teachers, I hope renewing your mind is clear, or you want me to explain you more?
So
I
very
want
clear.
it's
Very
very
clear.
clear. I told in a very simpler way so
Yeah.
that you all can practice in your daily life, ma'am,
Yes. Yes.
because this is very important.
Yeah.
Age doesn't matter, no
Yeah.
matter what your age is. You can implement, you can tell your children to do at home. Change your belief. Many a times when children siblings play, they play with the society. Parents comes and tell that people are teasing my children's. People are teasing. We as a grown up, do you think people don't tease us? People say negative things about us also behind, but do we dwell in it? No, we have, people will speak, but we have to be focused where our achieve is, what our mindset is, what our belief is. People speak, let them speak, but let us be have a strong belief that I will renew my mind, I will focus, and I will accomplish. And I believe, and I say, ma'ams, everybody, whatever your belief is right now, what you thought in your mind, I'm 100% sure in this 2 months, when you work on your system, you will accomplish your things. There is no small or big, you will do it. Now I'll come to the fourth one. Talk to someone. Talk to someone. I say, but be careful, ma'am. Like when you talk to someone, uh, be careful to whom you are talking. For example, if you're talking, talk to the people whom you think they will not gossip or make fun of you. Or be careful, like why we say talk to someone, because you can ventilate your feelings. You can ventilate your feelings to your friends, to your people whom you are comfortable with, because talking really your stress. 80% of stress goes away when you talk. Okay, so talk to the people whom you feel like really who will accept you, will not judge you. For example, they will not say, oh, you did this, you also go and do that. They will not add things to your problem. In fact, they will just be a good listener. They will listen to you, and they can guide you. See, you can work on it. You, even if you have lost everything, you can restart your business, or you can restart your thing. Just give a chance. Okay, that is what talk to someone. And next is take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. This is very self-explanatory. Physical activity, good sleep, healthy eating, me time. I will tell you what me time is. Me time is like giving yourself also time. We as an individual, you all are teachers, means at home, at surrounding, at the society, you all play different roles. Okay, but I will say that give yourself little time, whether it may be 10 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour. Just sit quietly. Take a book, take a diary, write, close your eyes, take a cup of coffee. Just be alone. And just for that 10-15 minutes, dwell in your thoughts, work on your process. That is what me time is. Me time is like not listening to music, or seeing video or YouTubes or something like that. Me time is something where you're sitting, you're watching nature, you're looking at the plants, you're sitting in the window, or something like you're not pondering or thinking about the good things what happened to you. That is what me time is. Okay, and I hope physical activity, good sleep, healthy eating. Healthy eating, may I will tell you one important thing is like breakfast. See to it that you have a good breakfast, because start of the day, if you have a good breakfast, your mind work in a better way. Psychology study and research has found that having a good breakfast will really help you for the take cares of your whole day, of your status. Okay, so have a healthy breakfast. Then last but not the least is the relaxation techniques. What relaxation? See, one technique I taught you is like in the first itself is like closing your eyes, taking deep breath in, deep breath out. Second relaxation technique is like, you can take your right hand, place your right hand in your chest, just take a normal breathing and listen to your heart rates. This activity normally we give to the children in the school before writing exam. When they are panic, a lot of people get panic attacks. We just tell the children, take deep breath, breathe out, relax, especially in the examination hall, when you're going for the interview, when something is happening in your school which is really very crucial. Pause yourself, take a deep breath, deep out, at least do 5 to 6 times. Relax yourself and then go. And second technique is keep your right hand in your chest. Feel your heart rate. This is very simple thing. Many people think, what is this? But when actually you practice, this will help you. As I close the session today, I will leave with two important things for you all to think on. Is like, see, madam, everyone, I will say, you play a major role in the society. Being a teacher, being a mother, yeah, being a father, we all play a different roles. But we as an individual can contribute mental health to our society wherever we are. Many a times we look at people external appearance. Believe me, I have seen people coming for counseling externally completely perfectly fine, with good hair, with good clothes, but when we minister to them internally, they jungle with lot of thoughts. So I request you all to work on your belief system, renew your mind every day. Every day in the society, when you meet people with any problems, for example, when you deal with childrens in the school, if you think that something's wrong is happening, behavior is something which you see. If the child is behaving violent or angry or what you see, ask yourself what exactly is going in that child's heart. I'll repeat, ask yourself, why is this child behaving this way? If he or she is doing this, why? The moment you try to give them 1 or 2 minutes in asking why, you will discover it so many things and you will really feel in your heart, I need to help this child out with. I need to help this child. Not only for the children, even in our community, even in our house, when we talk to our children, our friends, many a times when you are stable mentally, you can raise your hand to people who are fallen or maybe lost all hopes. You can approach them as an individual and tell them, we can, everything has a second chance. Thank God for your health. You can walk, you have life, you do things, you have life, you have everything. Even if everything is gone out of many people right now, when I counsel people, lots of people have lost their jobs in my past 2 3 months counseling requests and all comes. So basically they all are depressed, but when they tell them, restart what you started 10 years back, it is hard, it is difficult, but people say now our age is gone. But no, at least give it a try. And see, there are 50% chances you will win the race, there are 50% chances you will lose the race, but during that process you will learn new things. And during that process, you will develop new attitudes, new hope towards the people, and that will keep you going on. So that is what mental health is. Mental health is something which is completely internal, and no matter what stress you are going, just give a pause, deep breath, relax. Even for all of you all, even if you're worried or anxious, pause, work on your belief system. If you're angry, ask yourself why you're angry. What caused you anger? What caused you this behavior? Then I'm sure you will come out of with a beautiful solution by yourself. Thank you for patiently listening to me. Any questions or doubts, please feel free to ask related to this topic or anything which I can help you out. And I'm really thankful that all were patiently listening. Hope I didn't make you asleep.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I would like to request Miss Principal, Miss Manjari ma'am, to please give a note.
Thank you, Mercy, for yet again organizing this absolutely brilliant session. And I'm happy to see we started with 77 participants. I can see 74 now. So I'm just wondering who to catch, which are the 3 teachers. But I will not add to their mental stress. Thank you so much, Ms. Nargis John, for this wonderful session, because mental health is something which is very close to my heart also. I had done a presentation 2 months earlier because like I always say, we take care of physical health and we tend to neglect it, being Indian mothers and Indian wives. How we sacrifice ourselves so much for the family. And I think we Indian women are very committed to what we do. And as a result, we tend to forget what is good for our own mental health. You gave some wonderful tips also today, and I would really appreciate if a couple of teachers can raise their hands, ladies as well as the gentlemen who are on the call today, if they could raise their hand and post the query. And I believe there's a feedback form also which Mercy has put in the chat box. So everybody is expected to fill the feedback form. Ma'am, Mercy's two children are studying in Pearl School. And so she will be, of course, associated with us till the time her children pass out. And through her, we hope to have more fruitful associations with you also. So thank you once again. And I think mental health improves the moment we hear a soothing, soft voice like yours. I have a very loud voice, so I'm sure. But I'm very happy that you said that not necessary that you have to be smartly dressed and in perfect makeup and perfect accessories, because I'm not those kinds at all. So that proves I am in good mental health. Anyway, jokes apart, thank you so much for sparing your time from your busy schedule. And like I said, we'll look forward to such sessions again, maybe once in 2 months. Any of the teachers would like to ask ma'am something? I wish we could give you a virtual snack feast and a virtual bouquet and all, but of course, on behalf of the president, the management will be sending you a formal letter of thanks. Any of the teachers would like to say something?
Very good morning, ma'am. This is Geeta Rani.
Yes,
thank you so much for the wonderful session. There were so many takeaways, especially how to focus on day-to-day life and as well as practicing gratitude and how to have a relaxation techniques and all. It was very informative. I hope we all will practice and we all will enhance our mental health. Thank you so much for the wonderful session once again. Thank you, ma'am.
Well put, Geeta ma'am. Anybody else? Please feel free to ask. We're one happy family. Yeah.
Ma'am, this is Joy from the West Bay campus, and really very happy for such a very informative and a refreshing course on mental health and how we should take care of ourselves and also of our students. So it was very well put, and you gave us some beautiful tips. So thank you so much for a very informative session, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Devika from West Bay. Actually, really wonderful section and very informative. The implementation process, what you explained, no, it's explained very easy manner and easily understandable, and really very informative, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I have one question. Actually, sometimes our expectation is not reached, or if it has not happened, definitely will get angry. And especially in that situation, how to handle and how we have to keep up our mental health stable. Just I would like to ask that question. Every time, no, everybody will be facing that problem, but how to handle, especially in that situation.
Ma'am, thank you so much for reminding me that I have not put one thing in this. That is expectation.
Yes.
Whenever one person came and asked me how to be happy in life, okay, how to
Yes.
be happy in life. This is a question general put up in the whenever people come to you. So
Yes.
as a person, first answer is of mine: expectation spoils your happiness. Expectation spoils, ruins your mental process when it doesn't meet expectation. So that person, many people, they ask me, but we have to keep expectation in our life. True, we have to keep. But imagine you're keeping expectation of 100%. Okay, if you keep 100%, it will, and even if you achieve 70% of thing is done, you need to be happy. there are people who are like 100% to 100% ही होना चाहिए. For example, if 100% I want my work to be to 100% only, so that is the time when we get angry. I remember last month I took session for the medical students. So in that same question was asked by that student was like, I feel very angry. I feel so when when they say I feel angry and I can't control my anger. So first major ingredient for this anger is expectation. When you expect things to be done this way, when you expect things ki this way only it should go, that is the time when the expectations are not met, it leads into problem. So always see to it, ma'am, ki expectation if we are keeping at least 50% is happening. That these are small changes which we need to make in our daily life. Actually, I should have added that also, because that is a very different big topic to be handled. How to handle expectation, how to cope up with that anger, that is a different topic. So I didn't add the here. But good you raised this. As all of the teacher and respected people, I will just say that expectation you will have, but see to it that if it is not meeting 100%, it's okay. Even if it is 50%, work on it and make it done so that it doesn't lead into anger or frustration. Because the moment it leads into anger and frustration, your behavior and your personality is ruined. Because many people in anger we tend to do mistakes. So the moment you control your expectation and bring it to lower down, so I am sure 100% you will be fine, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
Really wonderful section.
Good morning, Ms. Nargis. This is Aparna Subramanian from Pearl School Tumama campus. It was great to see you today again, because I had been a part of the parents workshop that you had conducted earlier. So I'm also a parent. My child is studying in Tumama, Pearl School Tumama. So it was a wonderful session. And as you said, to avoid negativities from people around us, I have been trying this for a long time. Even after putting 100%, when the first thing that a person tells you that one small negative that you did, so I just pass on a smile and then calm down, and I just think to myself, okay, what all I have underwent to complete this entire thing, and that all I get is a negative comment from someone. So I just relax, breathe in, breathe out, as you said, and then give a smile, and then I try to work on the negative that they pointed out. Maybe that is true, so I might have to work on it. But initially sometimes I do react. We get into some arguments. It's very natural as human beings.
Natural.
So could you just give us some tips as to how to avoid that? Like, one is just passing on a smile and breathe in, breathe out, and later working on it. Like any few other tips to
yes, sure. Yeah,
taking
sure.
it as a positive tone.
Yes,
Thank you so
ma'am.
much.
I will tell you 2 points which you can work on. It is like, first is like the moment you come to know that the person whom you're talking to is not grateful, is really putting you down, stop the conversation there.
Yes.
You are not meant to be degraded. You are precious. First tell yourself, I am precious. People will, this you can tell your children also as your mother. Okay. Tell them that you are precious. The moment you come to know that the conversation is not fruitful and it's like, really hurting you, stop the conversation there and move out. For example, taking yourself, go out. And second thing that many a times people come to me is like, practical thing when their bosses are really degrading them, okay, especially seniors, authorities, where you cannot sit back, okay, where you have to listen to all the things what they are saying, okay, just listen. When you come out, see to it that belief, for example, that your boss must have said ki you are not good for anything, when you come out, work on your belief system. As I said, it's not like that you're good. One thing I'll tell you, ma'am, Aparna ma'am, am I telling right?
Yes, I'm Aparna.
Aparna ma'am, you are precious. First thing you have to carry in your mind, not only you, everyone present here is precious, and you are not meant to be carry that attitude ki people can't disrespect me. Even if they are not respect me, it's okay, but don't put me down. Don't put me down. See to it, avoid such a conversation. If somebody has told where you cannot avoid, see to it that you don't carry that belief that I am not worth. No, I am worth. Just because he's saying, it can't be that I am not worth. Today I am in this position, I have worked out. Okay, so the moment you make aware your mind, you will calm down. And one more important tip I will give you is like, whatever you are getting from surrounding around, see to it that you don't carry home. Before you press ghar ka bell, for example, in Hindi we say darwaza ka bell, that is door ka bell. Take a deep breath, leave everything what has happened, maybe in the school or in the premises or in the road. Go inside as a mother, as a new mother. That will help.
Thank you so much, Ms. Nargis.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Is there any more questions or ma'am, can I end the session? Okay. Teachers, if there is any more question, you can please raise your hand and okay. Anyway, because our time has gone ahead, 15 minutes ahead, that's why.
So I can think, thank you once again so much, Ms. John and Mercy. I think we can bid farewell to our presenter. So
Sure.
our guest speaker, because I need to connect with the teachers for 2 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Once you, yeah.
Okay,
This is
sure.
regarding the new ministry guidelines. That's why I want to speak to the teachers rather than have another meeting in the evening.
Yes, ma'am.
Right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, ma'am.
Nargis ma'am, thank you so much. You
Yes.
can leave the meeting now.
Yes. Yes.
You can just click the red button.